tour a lot, put out albums, but it's not enough money to totally survive on, and we're gone a lot, but we're also home a lot, so I needed to investigate something that I could do to express myself and make some money when I was at home. So what I started doing, my father tore down a cedar fence in his backyard, and so I had a big surplus of wood, so I started cutting it into small pieces in the shape of Ohio in various states and selling them as coasters. So that was my first foray into more dimensional artwork. And I was able to teach myself how to use a bandsaw after cutting out a couple thousand of them. Sort of a very low-paid internship attempt at learning woodworking myself. So, and after that, it gave me the confidence to start cutting out more and more complex and elaborate shapes. And so I made the switch from doing coasters to doing cars and people in cars, and that's when I realized that I'd somehow developed the skills to cut things out of wood pretty well. So that was my first step into sort of combining illustration and woodworking. I love cars. I've always loved cars, even cars, maybe especially cars that I don't have or could never have. So it's kind of being a low-budget guy, but painting a Ferrari or some hot rod, it makes you, from the artist's perspective, it's a way to really experience that vehicle in a way. I can sort of appreciate the creators of that vehicle, and also I love to see the personality of who is driving a given car. So I don't think you'll ever see me just do a car that's uninhabited by something. For me, it really adds context to see, who's in that car. I have been working on making things steadily larger, and when I first started off, all my cars were maybe about 14, 17 inches long, because it just seemed like a nice, comfortable size to work with. But then I found that the thing that was most interesting to me was the people in the cars, and then by necessity, their faces had to be proportionally that much smaller. So I've been making everything larger and larger, and that was actually what pushed me to stop making cars altogether and just start focusing on doing portraits and making those increasingly larger. So I really am working on making larger pieces. One, just because it just seems that much more interesting, put that much more detail, and really zoom into a portrait of someone. And you can sell them for more, which is nice.